My heart is sad and lonely.
Yo.
Welcome back everyone to another episode of Halfie in the Philippines. I woke up a little early to do this video, that's why I look a little rough and barefaced, but that is actually the reality because this video is about my work experiences as a halfie here in the Philippines. So I don't really put that much makeup on when I do go to work, and I wanted to reflect that in this video as well. I'm really excited because last week I was a little busy with work, and so I wasn't able to post a video last Sunday. So this time I'm going to be showing you what my week looks like at work. In all honesty guys, I tried to film this video yesterday, but I just really couldn't speak anymore. I really wanted to learn more about, I really wanted to experience, but I didn't stop there. So here I am today, and before we begin, I would just like to give you a little bit of a background before I started working here in the Philippines. I graduated high school in Hong Kong, and then I moved to Shanghai, China to study international hospitality management. Part of the program was to do an internship, and because my parents were here in the Philippines at the time, they convinced me to fly over and do my internship in a 5-star hotel. So that's where my work experience begins, as an intern at a 5-star hotel in the front office department. It was an amazing experience being an intern here. I had such wonderful colleagues, supervisors and bosses that really taught me a lot. And they treated me like family. That's why I enjoyed it so much. I woke up every morning feeling happy to go to work because I was so excited to learn something new. I was able to learn about the different departments, the ins and outs of the hotel, and also interact with many different kinds of guests that you can imagine. I loved every bit of my internship, and I thank you guys, those you know who you are, that really taught me and gave me that experience in life. I even loved facing the challenges in my daily tasks because it really made me a stronger person physically and emotionally. Imagine having to stand 8 to 10 hours and feeling really exhausted at the end of the day, but it is so fulfilling because you've made guests happy. I remember wearing heels on my first day of work, and I got home, went to bed, and the next day when I woke up, I couldn't put my feet on the ground. My feet were in so much pain. But eventually I got used to it, and I was buzzing around the hotel anyway, so that made me physically stronger. I am an emotional person, but having to deal with different guests and the different issues that can come up really makes you stronger because you have to deal with them right there and then. It makes you a problem solver as well. Even though I'm still emotional, I can deal with work emotions better than I could before. Everyone sees the glam in hotels because you are the guest there and you are provided the service. But once you start working in the hotel industry, you start to see what happens behind the scenes. And it is amazing what people would do for the guests. So it really made me appreciate people in the service industry and the hotel industry because they do so much to really make things magical for the guests. So that experience as an intern really made me passionate about the hotel industry, and I really loved being able to make people happy through that. I had to go back to college right after my internship, and that was the hardest thing I had to do because I enjoyed working so much. I didn't want to study anymore. Luckily, I actually ended up staying here in the Philippines and transferring to a college here. So I got to stay in my home country, and I ended up finishing my course in hotel management here. Work experience number 2, working for the family business. This came about when I was actually in college. So while I was studying hotel management, I was helping my family business as it was being established at that time. I was involved in daily tasks while I was still studying, so simple things like making sales invoices and purchase orders, making documents, making orders and communicating with suppliers. And so my passion started to shift towards business. And by the time I graduated, I was fully set on working with the family business. And we are in the food manufacturing business, making oyster mushroom chicharron or mushroom chips. And I really found the love of business because I got to see our company grow from the beginning until now. And it's such an incredible experience because you're part of it. So my role in the business is more of office work and business development. So I'm involved in making sales invoices and purchase orders, ordering from suppliers, and I attend meeting with potential clients to propose our products. I've learned so much from my position here, and I've had to deal with a lot of different customers and suppliers as well. And I've learned how to do things with e-commerce platforms, and I've learned a lot about retail and wholesale. I've learned a lot about marketing because I'm also involved in social media and trying to market and make promotions for our products. It's been such a great experience, and it's something that I've learned just through working for the family business. It's not something that I've learned in college. So I believe experience is one of the best learning tools. We also make it a point to be hands-on with the business. So we started out in bazaars, and that's where we first showcased our products to the public. People were able to try our products, and slowly over time it gained more publicity in the market. And from there we grew. We still attend events and exhibitions, and that's where we interact with customers from here in the Philippines as well as from other countries. And so we're trying to get into the export business as well. And so I'm learning about that at the same time. Another thing that we do help out with sometimes is actually the physical work of packing orders and getting these orders out. And sometimes this requires a little bit of physical strength because I'll be lifting multiple boxes with everyone else, and sometimes we'll have to be carrying boxes upstairs, and it's just a great workout. Of course, we have such wonderful, strong people that work with us that takes care of that on a daily basis. But once in a while, we try to help as well. It really helps you learn everything from the start to the very top of the management system. Some of the challenges that I've faced while working with the family business is communication. As I've mentioned in my other videos, I can't speak Tagalog, so there's been that barrier when I've had to speak to people who can only speak Tagalog. But I've overcome that. I'm able to communicate even though it may be a little difficult, and if you put your mind to it, you'll get through it. I've had such a wonderful time working with my parents and relatives. I love being able to spend time with them even though we're working. And it's so great when we have new people come into the company and you get to know them and become friends. So I really do love my job. And even though there are challenges, there are worries about, what's next, we get through it. And in the end of the day, it's very fulfilling. One thing though that I forgot to mention is that when you are running your own business or working for a family business, expect that you won't have weekends. There's no such thing as weekends really, because you are constantly working 7 days a week, whether it's you just planning things on the weekend for the next week, dealing with other customers on the weekends, because sometimes there's a time difference as well with customers in other countries. It really takes a lot of passion to be able to run your own business or work for your family business, because it does take a lot of your time up. But it's great because, as I said before, I'm working with my family, so I have time with them as well. But at the same time, you have flexible hours. So it really balances out in the end, and it's just a really great experience. Number 3 job that has recently come up is working for Genies. Genies is a home-cooked food delivery service run by our family as well. The idea came up when my husband and my mother were talking about starting a new business up. And my mother is an amazing chef, so why not let other people try her food? It's so funny because I grew up eating this food, so seeing other people enjoy it is just mind-blowing to me. We started this business a few weeks ago because the food delivery industry started booming. during the pandemic since people weren't allowed to go out. And we've received positive feedback about her food, and it's just really a great experience again because you're making other people happy with what you do. This has taken up a little bit more of my time as well. On weekends we wake up early to start preparing the food to get them out by lunch and dinner. Around 5:30 a.m. and I'm gonna start off with a green tea to wake ourselves up and get started on all of this. All the orders for today. I'm not one of the chefs. I can't cook for my life, only the simple things like pasta and eggs. But how I contribute to Genies is by packing orders and making sure that all the orders go out correctly and smoothly. I'm also involved in admin tasks such as taking down orders, marketing through social media pages, and lastly, a bit of finance. This has been a totally different experience because it's really hands-on since it's just starting. So we have a very small team at the moment, so we need all hands on deck helping. My dad is also involved. He's the logistics. He actually delivers orders once in a while. We have a wonderful team going, so I'd just like to share a short clip with you of what it's like at the end of the day with us. It's the end of our work day today at Genies, and I just wanted to thank everyone and actually show you part of our team here. We have Garrick.
Hi.
We have JR, my tita Rosalie, and of course Jeannie herself. Hello. Which you'll be seeing more of her in future videos. So thank you to everyone who's worked so hard today. And one last goodbye, everyone. Bye. Bye. So thank you so much again for tuning in to our day here at Genies Home Cooked Food. It is a challenging job, and sometimes we run into problems like not being able to find the stocks needed for our dishes, or having trouble with the logistics itself when it's pouring rain. We had a bit of a problem because it's raining really hard here, and so we needed to get an order out just now, and my mom and I had to drive outside of the village and wait for a courier to pick up the order on one of the delivery apps. So one of the many difficult obstacles we have to get over, but it's done now and we're happy. And even though it can get tiring, in the end, we're happy doing it. Some of you must be thinking, wow, Jasmine, you must be tired taking all of this on at the same time. Well, number 4 work experience that I'm doing at the same time is I am an online virtual assistant. I've recently just been hired for this job, and it has been another wonderful experience. I'm working with my boss who is based in the US, and so I've had to adjust my schedule a little bit, but that hasn't been a problem, and it's been great. I took on this job because I wanted more experience of working for someone and their company and seeing how they run their business. At the same time, I'm able to contribute what I know about business and help them grow. I'm learning a lot from this position, learning to use new platforms and different software to communicate and get things done efficiently. This job requires me to work more at night, so it really balances out well and makes my days a bit longer, but it is really great in the end because I'm learning so much more and I can really help someone as well with my skills. I'm also able to learn a little bit about the industries that my boss's companies are under, and it really has opened my eyes up to the different opportunities that are out there in the world. It really involves a lot of time management because you have to deal with the time difference as well as maybe your existing jobs. And although it can be hard and sometimes tiring, as always, and as I've said about every other job, it is fulfilling. Sometimes I realize how strong I've become because I'm able to handle these things and deal with different people, different industries. And in the end, as a halfie here in the Philippines, work has been a great experience for me. I've learned so much and I've been able to interact with a lot of different people. I've loved it and I've become a different person since I've moved here. So I want to thank those who have really pushed me to become this person that I am today. And I thank you all for your support, just watching this video even. And I really enjoyed sharing with you what experiences are like here in the Philippines. If you have any comments or questions about what I do, if you want to find out more, feel free to leave comments below. And I thank you so much for watching today, for all your support. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that little bell button so that you'll be notified the next time I have another video out. So thanks again, everyone. Have a great day, and I will see you in my next video.